Continuing on with the Hallmark Channel Christmas movie marathon, tonight we're going to take a look at one that stars a regular Hallmark Channel cast, I guess cast member. That would be Jodie Sweetin this time around. And this film is from 2019. It is called Merry and Bright, along with co-star Andrew Walker playing the love interest. This story involves around Jodie Sweetin plays a woman by the name of Kate Bracewell. She is the granddaughter of a woman who founded this candy cane company called Merry and Bright, and they specialize in making and producing candy canes. And so Kate has become the new president and CEO of the company. And so in this film, she's, with her being the new president and CEO, she's inherited all of the problems that come with the company. You know, the business really picks up around Christmas time, but afterwards it dies off because, let's face it, no one's really eating candy canes in the middle of summer. But the heart and soul of the company is candy canes. And so they place a kind of an emergency business call to help to a firm that helps restructure companies and brings them back to their full potential. And so they send a young man played by Andrew Walker and this takes place in Ohio, and Andrew Walker's character, he's from New York, and so he doesn't really want to be in this little town in Ohio that loves Christmas, and of course this little candy cane company that has some issues in selling year round, because that's what they need to do in order to stay afloat. This also involves the love story, as you can see where this is going. You know, he comes and eventually he falls in love with the company. He falls in love with Jodie Sweetin's Kate. And so he figures out a way, helps her figure out a way that she can keep the company afloat year round by coming up with different food methods. At first, he tries to convince Jodie Sweetin to turn the company into a chocolate company, and it doesn't pan out too well for her because she goes, "That's not who I am. That's not who our company is." And of course, there's this relationship that kind of brews between Gabe, played by Andrew Walker, and Kate, where they, not only does he fall in love with the company, he falls in love with her, and the more he falls in love with the company, the more he falls in love with her. And there's also this subplot with her mom trying to get a Christmas gift, and it's a dog. And it's kind of funny and a little humorous, but this one, I gotta say, this one is a weaker one, to be honest, because I think the love story in here is kind of forced. I would say check this one out. This one's more kind of fits along the lines of what's something that Disney would do, actually. But however, I think that the love story here definitely. And see, this is the common thing with Hallmark Channel Christmas movies. Love story, Christmas time. Love story, Christmas time. And here the love story definitely felt kind of forced upon us, the viewer. Because I felt more in cheering on. Of course, I'm going out of focus here for some reason. I felt more that I felt more cheering on the fact that they made a successful company by the end of the movie, but I was, in terms of the other films, I was more into getting into the love story. Don't go that way, go this way. Don't make that decision. Things like that. Here, I was like, okay, this one was kind of forced, and I could have cared less, really, about the relationship. Like, they could have gone and just be friends, while, hey, the company is thriving. And I'm just going to go ahead and spoil this one. They shoehorn a engagement proposal at the end. It just out of the blue. It didn't make any sense. Matter of fact, there's another couple that's in this film, and that are supporting characters. They are also dating, and you are more cheering for their relationship than you are in the main one. Yeah, this one is not one of the better ones, unfortunately, in terms of the love story. I think it's decent enough in terms of Christmas themed, and that the company makes these candy canes, but they're trying to figure out how to stay afloat and do stuff that's year round. I was more cheering on that than I was the love story, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm just going to say this about any. I don't care if it's Hallmark, if it's the Hallmark Channel. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if it's the Hallmark Channel, or if it's Warner Brothers, or if it's Disney, or if it's any of these major film distributors, or anybody that produces films, whether it be in the movie theater or television. you can't always hit a home run every single time. They want you to. You want to hit the home run every single time, but there's no way that you can. And unfortunately for Hallmark Channel, I don't think that this is one of the... I don't think that Merry and Bright was one of the more stronger ones. It has nothing to do with the people that's in the film. I just think it's a weaker love story. Because, again, that's what Hallmark's selling you on. They're selling on Christmas movie, love story. Christmas movie, love story. And it's a combination of those two things. And this is, I think this is where Hallmark's bread and butter is in the Christmas, the count. They call it the Countdown to Christmas series. And that's where their bread and butter is with the channel. And you know, and they show these movies year round, and I think they have the, don't they? I say year round because I think they just I think they do the Christmas in July, in which they debut like a handful of new movies for Christmas, and then then when Christmas, you know, Thanksgiving rolls around, they debut more Christmas movies to get into the Christmas holiday season. But yeah, this one, I wouldn't say it's one of the better. I think this is one of the weaker ones. Just because of the love story, I think it's a bit forced. You know, this couple, I think, could have went apart and just said, hey, we're going to be friends and business partners, and I would have been satisfied with that. I couldn't really care less. I couldn't really buy into the love story. I just felt like it was forced. Because there's this whole another thing about, okay, you know, she broke up with this, that Kate broke up with this guy. She called off the engagement because the guy was living in California, and he wanted her to move to California, so she called off the engagement. And I can see where that could happen, you know, with relationships. However, with this relationship, I don't really know. It's I don't really know. It's kind of I just felt the story was a bit forced in this one. But anyhow, that is I think I've taken a look at pretty much the big famous cast members, but you know, there's more out there. I just found one that had Princess Leia in it, you know, Carrie Fisher in it. So it's kind of interesting to see who's all done a Hallmark Christmas movie. But yeah, that was tonight's entry. Merry and Bright says love has never been this sweet. Well, if this was sweet. This was sweet. It would be an unpleasant sweetness. I just think it's one of the weaker ones. But that's my opinion. If you love this one, do check it out. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Have another one. So we're moving into definitely in the Christmas season. It was a bit warm today. It was close to darn near 60 here. And it doesn't look like I don't know if we're going to have a white Christmas. So from me to you, see you later.